It is time. The UFO 50 remix tape. It's been a long time coming. By a long time, I mean about a month. Literally like 30 days from start to finish, and I still don't know how I managed that, but I'm not gonna question it. That's what happens when you're passionate about something, I guess. Anyway, let us go ahead and head on over here. I'm gonna keep the lights dim because the focus is on the music, not the visuals. Here we are. Welcome, welcome. How's it going, Nix, Crow, Uber, Conkles? Everyone else is tuning in nice and early. Welcome. I cannot tell you what a rush it was to get ready for a 5 p.m. sharp stream, but here we are. So, yeah, the deal here is that we're just going to be playing the entire album straight through with little to no commentary. And y'all are going to get to hear it. And afterward, we can open things up, talk a little bit about some stuff. What it was like producing it, how long things took, what made me think of doing one thing over another, whatever questions that come up in the course of things, I will get to as many as possible, preferably all of them, during the second run-through. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and start. Let's do some countdowns for each song. I'm not gonna vocally announce each switch over, but I will hit the countdown button between each one. So, let's go ahead and get things rolling. I will answer this one for you, Uber. It's about 32 minutes long. And yeah, Nick's here is going to be playing along. We'll see who scores better on Ninja mode. But yeah, let's do it. Let's go. We're beginning with UFO Forever, first track. Here we go. Controller doesn't work. Okay. Great start. What was that? Yikes. It's doing okay till the end there. Hi, Spiffy. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to turn down the sound effects if I can. Oops, did I accidentally start it again? Okay, let's get out of that. 10 is fine. Why did it shrink my game? Oh, we didn't do the countdown? Oh, what? I didn't do the countdown. Right, 159, 426 for me. Alright, here we go. Load the next song. Here we go. Countdown. Guess I'm just using mouse. Sheesh. Charts well, but it sure doesn't take it easy on you. $264, $950. Oh, wait a minute. Is it actually going in album order now? Nice. Right, you know what? I'm gonna grab my other controller. One that actually, interfaces with PC. Right. Countdown. Yeah. Oh, frick. Smooth as butter, this. Yeah, it didn't do that for me at first, but for this one it did for some reason. Yeah, this is not exactly the album stream that I was expecting. Okay. New countdown. It's alright, we'll figure something out for the future. Oops. There. Okay, this doesn't work either. Great. I also didn't finish my lunch. Oh, hey. Our scores are actually here. Cool. So it could just compare directly if you start like a couple seconds first. Oh, they both showed. Cool. Yeah, now it's auto-playing. Okay, we'll just roll with it. But if I have to use mouse, I'm going to use a mouse pad. Alright, moving on. Countdown. You know what? I'm just going to wait for you to say ready. Okay. Here we go. I forgot to load the thing. For God's sake. Something extremely juxtapositionist about the little blings in the face of synth shmup punk. All right. We both forgot to load. Fair enough. Right. Just gonna launch the countdown and hope it works. Cool. Forgot to load. Very cool. Yeah, this won't work so well for the future. I think this is a second playthrough kind of thing. Hi Dave, thank you for the raid. Thank you for shouting out, Uber. Yes, it is, Ricci. Oh yeah, I love doing it this way, Dave. It's a lot of fun. Ooh, 194 to 226. Very close nicks. It's the tightest it's been yet. Also, I forgot to eat lunch, so I'm doing that between songs. I know, but it's true. Alright, let's cool off from that ocean above. I'm gonna load it. Since Nyx is playing along with me, I'm waiting for the ready signal on each one. But yeah, welcome Dave, welcome Melee. Nice to see you all. Oh, please go eat, Dave. It's important. We all have bodies, we should take care of them. We had to get one spikeless, right? We had to get one. Oof. There it was. Oh no, Nyx. So I assume this round's up? Yeah, it does. Neat. Ha! One! Alright. It's banger time. Give me the ret. I mean, it's gamer time and banger time. Ooh-wee. Yeah, and that one I will agree with, Anya. Alright, going up. Y'all may recognize this one if you've been around the block. But yeah, I remastered it. It's part of the album now. Time for me to have the tragedy. One! Mm, that was within 20%. Nice stuff. Almost exactly 20%. Dang. Oh, Rachie. Yeah, that's a big part of why I'm just leaving it like dark right now. All right, y'all a fan of disco noise? I probably should have said something about flashing lights. Oops. It's okay, I'll add it after the playthrough is finished. ramp. We ain't stealthing this one. Okay, so, actually, I lied. Oh my god. And I needed that stealth bonus to beat Nyx, too. Holy moly. It mattered more than I thought it did. Alright. Dang, nice, Nyx. Alright. Friendly Race up next. Let me know which song, which game you recognize this one from. Tells you a lot about a person. nasty stuff in there. I might have a lack of sight going on right now. Not even a completely illegitimate excuse, mind you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an explanation for that one. Anyway, we've reached the final track. Farewell, little bell. This is actually the one that started it all. Besides the one I did outside of the album project. We'll get into that later. Jinx, I guess. And we're off. And that's all she wrote. One moment. Turn off that static noise. There we go. Whew. That was an adventure in more ways than one. You pulled off the 21 dupe in that track? What is the 21 dupe? Also, yeah, that's the album, GG. Let me turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Good morning. I gotta get this back on. Signature, trademark, registered copyright, twist-bit hat. Paid a good $20 for this. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. So yeah, let's just go back and do these casually again, and I'll let's chat it up. Let's have a little chat. It's a big block you can hit to duplicate your current field. Ah. Okay, so that's what the big block does. I'll be honest, I have no idea what even is. Yeah, what even is. But yeah, one more time I'm going to drop this command in the chat if you want to pick up the album on Bandcamp. That is the link, and today is Bandcamp Friday, so I will receive 100% of that revenue, save processing fees. Bandcamp does not take their share today. Maybe if I actually read this. Alright, let's hop back into it. You didn't hear an entire album of Pin Golf. Great point. Oh, thank you so much, Dave. Yeah, it's been a great time so far. The reception has been absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't be happier with how everything's gone. But yeah, take care of yourself, and I'll catch you around. Please go eat. Do what you gotta do. Take care. Probably should have considered trying a different mode for this, but that's alright. We're in it now. Yeah, I do actually need to scroll the chat up too, because not 100% sure I caught everything I needed to. Yeah, this was like the third track that I did for the project. And this is right after I decided, yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna do this. It's the fourth track overall that I made, the third track that I made specifically for the album. The first being Going Up, which was originally just called Velgra Stage 1 House Remix. Very boring. Yeah, I had to spice it up a little bit for all the tracks post album start. Dang, that was worse than my first run? What the heck? What do you mean? GG on beating my second play, I guess. That's funny. I don't think of it as being worse than your play. I think of it as your play being better than my play. the second time. Yeah, let me grab a quick... you know what? Maybe I should finish this first. Hang on. Okay. Where were we? Calling shotgun. This is the last track that I made for the project. This is Seaside Drive, stage 4. By the way, in UFO Forever, I actually tossed in the Infinity theme kind of late into production. Immediate spike, nice. Well, hey, pressure's off. Yeah, I did this one because I was like, wait a minute, how have I not done a Seaside track yet? Because the music's so freaking good in that. Struggle on this. Yeah, it's, I'll tell you what, there's a good chance that AudioSurf had a hard time reading the transients because pretty much everything is like wall of sound in this. I was experimenting, I was having fun. I know what you're thinking, how dare I have fun? Producing music, gosh. I'm working on a passion project that you put out for free to all the fans based on some of their favorite songs. Gosh, how dare I? Yeah, this solo is also a late edition. I felt like I needed to kind of break it up a little bit. Just vamp on that one for a while. And then makes this transition really, really tasty once we hit it right here. Nice 21. Again. That's a mean trap right there. Yeah, again, I gotta say, the support for this project has been absolutely incredible. And I just can't believe that y'all are so amazing. UFO 50 community is one of the best communities I've ever encountered. Much less been a part of. Honestly, it's probably like top 2, probably top 1. So, alright, that was an improvement though. Very nice. Keep yourself healthy, happy, and hydrated. Kiwi aura farming. Yeah, this one was an intrusive thought I had. I can't really explain it very well. I don't think it deserves explaining. But I was like, you know what? What if the big bell race, but funk? I just ran with it. And of course, I give it my own little spin. It's not like, you know, textbook funk. But it fit perfectly with the terminal code. So I was like, you know what, let's just do it. Kiwi aura farming. Why not? We get a little silly. We do a little goofy. Go-huh. Now all the Gen Alpha kids will care about me. That's pretty good. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Aren't you a Gen Alpha kid? No? Surprise, surprise, I'm 27. Dang, I was hitless until then. I already beat my PB. I like how the blocks move in this part. That one's fun. I mean... Oh, that wasn't a PB. Excuse me. Dang. I forgot that the scores are displayed live. Ah, well. Star Wasps! This one is probably the most... Haley Labs inspired of the entire album. Strictly because I'm a big fan of Kick Caliber. This is just like, this is a direct rip of Kick Caliber, honestly. The shmup punk aesthetic. Oh my god, that's hard to say. The shmup punk aesthetic is very, very appealing to me. And I enjoy it very much, and I wanted to encapsulate it by making a remix of perhaps the most hardcore shmup of the collection. But yeah, like even the voiceover, which I did with an Atari text-to-speech mod, even that is quite heavily inspired by like Halcyon Days and all that, D-Frequency Crush. It's good stuff. This is the opening cutscene, by the way. She went back and forth a little bit on how much I should do with the vocals in order to make them, you know, intelligible or just crush the heck out of them. Ultimately split kind of down the middle. What's up, a guy? Love the opening of this one. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. And it's super simple too. Like, it was literally just a synth ARP with a ton of effects chaining on it. And then the vocals with another ton of effects chaining on it. That's a smashing BB. But yeah, that was a really fun one. It's probably the most fun I had with the entire project was making that one. And it literally took 24 hours to lay it out. Most of these took 24 hours to get like, 80+% done. Which is an unprecedented rate of production for me. I think in the last, like, 32 days. Oh, just another day, Crow. I don't think I spent more than 48 hours on any one song. But yeah, in the last, like, 32, 33 days, I made nearly a half hour of music, and that has never happened before. That's almost 3 times as fast as I've ever done it before. So that's pretty cool. Alright, Donkus Core for the fans! This is a combination of 2 of the main Hyper Contender level themes. It's Purple Arena and Green Arena. And I haven't done hardcore for about 10 years before this. So I came to it armed with fresh knowledge how to produce music. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say stealth is nearly impossible on this one because of that one particular roadblock. That's ridiculous. Heck yeah, Zachary, you know it. There wasn't anything else I could call this song. A fun fact, by the way, I decided to change the core in Donkus Core from just a simple capital C lowercase O-R-E to an all-capital core last minute. Like literally 3 a.m. last night. It's like, wait a second, this fits better. I had a lot of fun with this drop. That instrument has an extreme high resonance on it. Gotta be able to get that shung. Very satisfying once I nailed it. Nice. Exactly. Came to me in a vision. Not just Donkus Corp, but Donkus Core! Yes. Stay hydrated, yo. Also, if you want to check this out anywhere else outside of the stream, feel free to do so at one of the links in that command. Whoops! Let's fix that. Here we go. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, I don't need to be on that scene anymore. Okay, fixed it. Ocean above. This track, more than any of the other tracks, went through plenty of name iterations. I was gonna call it like something like Celestial Subterra, but I thought, you know, that's not... No, that's just being alliterative to be alliterative. It's not exactly the stratosphere you're reaching for in Velgress. Whoa, I did not hit a spike there. Yeah, I felt like making a kind of tone poem. I knew I wanted to do it, but I didn't know exactly what song to do it with, so this ended up being the one. I think it fits really well. I was able to get a lot of harmonics in there. Last minute I also added an octave lower bass line, just a really subtle, soft one to kind of help it grind, you know. Give it a little edge. I'm just realizing how that sounds. I apologize. No, I don't. Just kidding. Sometimes I wonder how much is too much to divulge about the production process, but honestly I don't really want to leave much of anything out on the table. It's for my own records as much as it is for storytelling for anyone else. Oh, I just barely passed my PB! That was funny. Oh yeah, I missed the question, my apologies. The songs that you chose to remix correlate with your favorite games from UFO 50. Not really. Like, I mean, the only exception to that is probably Pin Golf, which we're about to play now. I knew 100% I wanted to make a Pin Golf remix. And I knew I wanted to be, I knew I wanted it to be Bro Step if I did it. So, here we are. Oh my goodness. Oh, hee-hoo. You're very welcome. Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Always tip your casters, gamers. You don't have to. But it's appreciated. A good caster will never let this influence their rulings in future matches. I'll leave that up to you whether I'm a good caster. No, I'm not like that. Don't worry. Yeah, you're welcome. I love how the drum rolls came out. This is actually the first track that I teased in the UFO 50 Discord as well. I literally just wrote Pin Golf, all lowercase, and then I posted a demo of this track. I remember Matt KG28 was like, the message is already perfect, Winterbit. You didn't have to add anything to it. Which, quite frankly, I agree. The message was perfect, but I wanted to add to it anyway. Still gotta beat my minus 19 score, actually. Maybe I should do that today. And this little trance-style beat toward the end was really fun to work with. I literally just, you know, like layering a pad over it. I say just, but it's really more like, you know, modulation, filtering, easing into things. Pin golf. Yuka, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Been having a lot of fun today, talking to people about, you know, what their favorite tracks are. Funny thing is, almost everyone has a different favorite track, which is actually a very good sign, because that's kind of what I was going for, is that I wanted to encompass the greatest swath of not only UFO 50 games, but electronic music styles that I could. So the fact that the opinions are so varied is honestly heartwarming. Shows me I did something right. In a terminal, darn. Oops and darn are actually both very good memes in UFO 50. Bingo specifically. No idea how I didn't get hit there. Okay. Did an oops recently, uh-oh. I'm just catching glimpses of chat right now. Like, if y'all want to feed me a question, I can answer it during the next track, then, you know. Ideally, a track-length question would be the perfect scenario here. Yeah, I think after this playthrough, I'll go ahead and switch over to a little bit of UFO 50 myself. We are streaming in the UFO 50 category, after all. Oh god, our PBs are so close. That should do it. Whew, nice. Barely an improvement. There's no synth disco, though. What was the final thought process in putting the track order as it is? Well, I do have a few people to thank for that. Shout out to my, Ropan, my emote artist. Actually helped out with that. As well as, Nick's here in chat. And I want to shout Guri for that as well. Guri Zuri. He was a kind of a touchstone for me throughout the process, which was really nice. UFO 50, the game from the mixtape? One and the same, Zachary. UFO 50 stuff casts a wide net to appeal to a lot of different tastes, like the game itself. Exactly. But yeah, it was pretty much a matter of just figuring out what the best flow was. I knew I wanted, like, 2 intensity ramps across the album. And, going up kind of represents the start of the second one. Whereas, you know, then we get freaking disco noise, so. I think going up is the only track that can properly prepare you for disco noise. Hi, Leo. Not Nitromathon. If you're looking for Nitromathon, look in the past, my friend. Oh, darn it. Alright. Not PBing. I do love how this one turns out on the analyzer, though. But yeah, long story short, disco noise, you just wanna, you know, make some disco drums and figure out some sort of bass line, and then just squash the heck out of your drums. Ideally flattening the highs. Feel free to add some white noise in there too. I didn't. I just used the cymbals for this one. But a lot of people do also add just straight up harsh noise. Very proud of that squeech though. It's a squeal and a screech together is a squeech. I did all my own synth work for this album. Except for a couple of pads. Ooh, that was a good one. I love how this is just completely red. Appropriately so. Nitro mixtape soon. Oh gosh. Now that would actually be kind of interesting. I'll have to think about that one. Like being the person who just makes obscure stuff. Oof, yeah, that one feels bad. This one's your favorite, love the crunch. Yeah, I'm glad it turned out so well, especially post-mastering. This one and Donkus Core probably turned out the best post-mastering. Pretty darn happy with how everything ended up. But yeah, Friendly Race, when I made this, I had actually forgotten that this song was also in Grimstone. It's the Grimstone Horseback song, but, I remembered it as the Paint Chase Versus theme, and I based it pretty much entirely off of that version of the track, so... I'm just pretending that it represents both games in reality. But yeah, this is the actual, like, trance song of the album. I missed it? What? And again, I haven't done trance style since, It's Time. From my, 38.5 album back in 2020, I believe. Shut. Respectfully. This one I don't remember if I did the pads for or not. For this type of stuff I usually take from like the Absinthe library or something. Where's the lie, though? Yeah. The lie is in the soap factory. It's a deep cut. Any classic concentration fans out there who know what I'm talking about? No. Alright, we got one. We got two. Technically. Ooh, that spike is damaging. Ooh. I enjoyed this one a lot. Funny Grimstone music, which is actually funny Paint Chase versus music, which is why I tried to name it so that it'd be appropriate for either version. Good stuff. And then we've got Farewell, Little Bell. and that's probably the most proud I am of any of the soundtrack, any of the titles of the tracks, honestly. Yeah, this one's a good time. I was talking with Guri about it, and he was like, man, if only you'd had this in time for Cherry Rush, the chat would have lost their minds. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, we need to do another one. And from what I hear, Matt has been seeing enough cool music come up that he's like, man, I should do another event like that so we can actually, you know, play some of these. Narrow shoulder ahead. Do any of you know a website called omfgdogs.com? Because I realized after I made this that that's what it sounded like. And I blame the C64 drums wholeheartedly for that. Oh, we got the 21! Let's go, baby! And the 20. That's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it. Leo. Or Peachy. Crow! That's your name. That's pretty much it. Leo, Peachy, Crow. Puppy monkey baby. Aw, darn it. Could have done it again. This is a good score running track. Still smashed PB. Yeah, this one is fun. As long as you accept the fact that you are going to be hitting some spikes at some point. Oof. Nice. Well, that's that. I had a lot of fun with it. And put on a little background music. Not quite the bop I was expecting, but okay. Let's click through this a little bit. Here we go. Let's just start this. But yeah. Very fun project. I cannot confirm nor deny whether I am planning another one. I will confirm, though, that I don't have any work done on it yet, besides ideas. If I do. So, there we have it. One more time, I will post that link in the chat. That is no longer my latest album, Techie. I'm gonna have to fix that. But yeah. The UFO 50 remix tape. I will clarify, by the way, unofficial album. This is a fan project. Put the Barbuat theme on it. Yeah, you DM'd me to fix that, but I was not at the PC at that point, and by the time I got to my PC, it was too late. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of... Actually, wait a minute. Should I? Barbuda theme mashup with John Cage's 433 would go hard? Heck yeah. I honestly didn't do that because I would have done Barbuda, but I didn't do it because there was an FDS 50 game. Or, what am I saying? There was an album called FDS 50, which is remixes of, or like remakes of soundtrack with the FDS sound chip. And they did Barbuda, so I didn't want to look like some sort of filthy imitator. But I do have a couple ideas of what I want to do with that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's the album. Very, very good time. It is available on Bandcamp via that link. It's also on the YouTube playlist, and feel free to check out the YouTube videos, by the way. There's some fun visualization I did for them. You mix all the Barbuda SFX into a song. You've got a good idea, honestly. Also, what's my freaking password? I don't know what my password is. Is it that? It's not my password. Is it this? That's my password. Let's go. I just wanted to log into my Blue Sky account so I could share with you the launch post. And you can do with that what you please. Any interaction with it, even just clicking and looking at the link, is appreciated. Feel free to bookmark, like, or if you're feeling really generous, you can repost it. I'd appreciate anything that you could do to signal boost. You could use them to cover the Bug Hunter soundtrack. Ooh, Barbuda Bug Hunter mashup. Now you've got me thinking. But yeah, I am gonna go ahead and... So, well... Should I do more UFO 50 after? I mean, I don't know. I feel like right now I should probably play Daily Dadish and wrap things up. Because we do have a lot of bingo matches on right now. And I don't want to hold you here while I'm just practicing, while there's actual bingo going on out there. Also, I am very tired and I need the excuse to not be alive. Not be live. Excuse me, captions.